Enzo, fantastic to meet you. First, I want to congratulate you on your start to life in the Premier League. How have you found it so far?
Very, very happy in terms since we start. We are working well. I try to be focused just in the things that I can control. That is the pitch side. So very happy.
How are the stress levels? You seem very relaxed. You seem very calm. You just come from a nice chilled out press conference. Very calm at the moment?
Yeah, very calm since we start. I said many times that the noises around this club is just from outside. It's not from inside. Since we start, we are working well, calm. For sure, the results. You need the results, and we are trying. Yeah.
Yeah, you talked a little bit there about the noise from outside. How have you stopped that noise affecting you as a coach? Because, you know, as a top six coach, there's constant interviews, constant pressure. How do you put that noise to one side?
I always said that results helps to calm down the noise around the club. For sure, our results in this moment calm down a little bit the situation around the club. And then personally, I said I try to focus on the day by day, the training session, how we can prepare tomorrow's session, how we can help the players improve, how we can improve the team, and this is the main focus for me.
Yeah, it sounds like you've created a really good culture here already. In fact, we were speaking to Levi Colwill a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking about how you're really good tactically, but the culture you've created here already is really, really positive. How have you gone about that?
In terms of culture, I think you have to be quite, I don't know if it's correct to say strong, but when you really believe in something, and I said since day one that the squad is full of quality, full of talent, but in football it's not enough. You need to build something more important, like togetherness, and this you have to be strong. The ones that they don't believe on that, they have to be out.
Yeah, I think you have been very, very strong as well. And I've watched you in the press conferences. Where does that strength come from? Is it people you've worked with in the past? Because some people might not know that are watching this and listening to it. You've worked under some great managers as a player as well, like Lippi, Ancelotti. Do you take some stuff from them to how you are as manager now?
I try to take things from all of them and then create my own idea.
Yeah.
But as you said, I've been quite lucky working with Lippi, Ancelotti, Pellegrini, all these kind of managers that they help me a lot. But then at the end, you have to take a decision in the way you are. And as I said, I really believe that in terms of culture, today the talent is not enough. You need to add more things.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because I think when you look at players now, they're quite different to the players when you were a player. Do you have to handle that situation differently to be able to be strong and for them to be strong, do you think? Is that a difference?
Things change for sure in the way we were in the past and now, especially because now it's everything online.
Yeah.
And for the player, I think it's not easy to handle that kind of situation because today people can judge you without knowing you. They can, and then people that they are saying something good about you after 1 second. They are saying something bad about you, but this is our world in this moment. And I said already many times that I feel a bit shame for the players today. I feel a bit shame for my kids because people judge you without knowing you personally, and you are exposed. And this probably for the players is not something good, but they have to learn how to handle.
Yeah, you spoke there a bit about social media. Is that because it's just 24/7, you think? It's really hard for players to kind of ignore that, whereas back in your day you could just not read the newspaper?
They have to try, then everyone decide to do the things in the way they want to do the things. But it's not, I don't think it's the perfect environment for the players, you know, in terms of because they are exposed, people, they can judge them.
Yeah.
And the ones that they judge you good in 1 second, after 1 second they are judging you wrong. So it's not easy for them, but they have to learn how to handle that.
How would you have handled that as a player back in your day? Because I recently did an interview with Eddie Howe, and he said the only focus he had was the match rating. The week after, said exactly. 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Now it's so much more
Completely
than that.
Agree with Eddie. He's right.
Yeah, how would you handle it now if you were on social media back in the day? Would you have had
Oh,
social
it's
media? Would you have ignored it?
It's complicated. Yeah, to ignore also for the players is difficult because they can see that everyone is there. So it's difficult. But as I said, all of them, they have to try to find a way to handle in different way and to manage that.
How do you think football's progressed in the dressing room? Because you played with some amazing players, you know, Zidane. Is it a different kind of character now in the dressing room for players, do you think?
I don't think so. I don't think probably today because of the social network, they are more inside, close for they socialize less probably compared to the past. But it's our world in this moment.
Yeah, let's talk about some of these players then that have done so well in you at the start of this season. I wanted to focus firstly on Moises Caicedo, who I think has been one of the standout players in the Premier League, one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. Where do you rank him amongst the Premier League's best midfielders right now?
For sure he's one of the best. For sure he has things that he can do better, he can improve like the rest.
Yeah.
With us, he's doing fantastic since we start. On the ball and off the ball, he's working hard and we are very, very happy with him.
Yeah, were you surprised when you arrived, like his level, or did you think straight away when you'd seen him videos and seen him play?
I'm not surprised because I know Moy from Brighton, I know Moy from years ago, and I know how good he is, and I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, I also wanted to talk a little bit about Cole Palmer. Obviously, you worked with him in the past. He's such a big name now in English football. How do you think he's handling that pressure of being on social media and doing interviews and doing loads of media himself?
He's another one that I'm not surprised because I know Cole very good.
Yeah.
The best thing is that he didn't change in the way he was 4 or 5 years ago. He's exactly in the same way. He loves football.
Yeah.
He wants to play every game. He wants to use the ball in the session every single moment. And he's a fantastic guy.
Were you surprised when Manchester City sold him to Chelsea? Were you surprised about that?
Everyone at City, they knew that Cole was top, no doubt. The problem is that with the amount of players that they have there, it's more difficult to share minutes with all of them. But no doubt that everyone was aware how good Cole is. Yeah,
and you think Cole made the right decision, I suppose, now, because he gets so many more game time. He's superstar already in the Premier League already at his young age.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's taking his chances last year and this season.
Yeah, I totally agree. It feels like there's a lot of high-level young English players, both at Chelsea and in the Premier League right now. You work with them at Manchester City. You see them every day out here. Why do you think English talent like Cole Palmer, like Levi Colwill, have suddenly emerged onto this scene as being superstars?
Because they are working very well in the youth team.
Yeah.
With the international team, you can see the young international team, England young international team.
Amazing.
They are winning titles. They are creating development, fantastic player. And it's very, very good.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because, again, not many people at home might know that you actually started your professional career in England, in the English lower leagues with West Brom. Do you think that since then football has changed in England? It feels like it's a big movement.
A lot. Yeah, it was around 25 years ago,
yeah.
I think. 98 when I moved to England. Yeah, the football completely changed. But now English football, international team, under 15, 16, 17, 20, 19, 21, they are all doing fantastic, winning important title, and it shows how good they are working. Yeah,
I mean, you were in the Championship last season, obviously, and then you're a player in the Championship. Has that league even changed? Physically and quality-wise, it must be a lot better now.
No, I don't know if better or worse, because it was very good also 25 years ago. But Championship we enjoyed last year, long season, and very good players, some good manager. We really enjoy.
What about tactically in the Championship? Because when you were a player back in the 90s, was it a very different style of play now that you see in the Championship? It feels like now it's really bled down to be a different style of play.
Yeah, 25 years ago was more direct football.
Long ball.
Long ball, channel. Now change a little bit. Now you can find a manager from different country. Also, I think football changed in England because of Pep.
Okay.
Change football. The football changed in Spain when Pep was there. The football changed in Germany when Pep was there. and the football change in England because Pep is here. So you can see now even in Premier League or Championship or League One, League Two, teams that they are trying to analyzing or they are trying to study the way Pep is doing. Not only Pep, different manager, but I think the big influence in this moment is Pep for every manager.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think he's been so influential in Spain and then in Germany and now in England?
Because he's a genius. He's the number one. So everyone try to analyze and to understand the way he works. And I always said that we all are manager, but there are some of them that they are genius, and Pep belonged that group.
Yeah, because you were able to work with him, and like I said earlier, you've also worked with Carlo, you've also worked with Lippi Pellegrini. I know had a big influence on your career. What kind of stands him aside then from those guys, do you think? Because we've seen Carlo here and we've seen Pellegrini here, but their football didn't quite bleed the same way that Pep's did throughout the leagues.
No, yeah, they are all fantastic.
Yeah.
Carlo is probably one of the best. All the titles that he achieved, fantastic.
Crazy,
exactly. But then it's not about. Sometimes it's not about titles. It's about the way you reach titles, and probably the way that people most like is the way that Pep is trying.
Do you think one day you'll have a legacy like that that's bled through football? Is that a hope of yours that one day you can?
I don't like to think
influence others.
I don't like to think too much. I like to focus day by day because I know how is our life in terms of manager. So the only thing I really care is how I can improve the players and the team.
I know you're being modest there because you've started the season so well. Do you feel a little bit of pressure maybe now starting to creep in? People talking about Chelsea being in a title race maybe a little bit?
I would like to that kind of pressure, but I said that we are not ready for the title race at all. There are teams that, for different reasons, they are ahead of us, like Arsenal, like City. Even Liverpool is showing that they are doing fantastic. But the important thing is that we continue to improve, and for sure in the future we're gonna be there.
Do you have a goal yourself as manager? You say that by this date I want to be challenging and competing for titles, and when is that date?
No, my goal. People struggle to believe, but my goal is today thinking how tomorrow we have a session, how can I improve players, how can I help them to improve, because improving players, you improve the team. So it's the only focus. Then when we can be there, when we're gonna be there, I don't know, no idea.
Maybe one day we'll see the Enzo Maresca long ball, West Brom, long ball, down the line, back at Chelsea, back at the bridge.
This is not going to happen.
Enzo,
Thank you, man.